Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I have another theatre vlog for you. So today I'm actually visiting a new theatre that I've not been to before. We're going to the Blackpool Grand Theatre and we're going to go and see Quality Street. Again, a show that I've never seen, so I'm really looking forward to today. It's going to be a really fun day. I love seeing new theatres, I love seeing new shows, so I'm really excited. And my tickets for this show has kindly been gifted by the Blackpool Grand Theatre, so thank you very much to them, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I am going to head off now to catch the train. I'm catching the 10:35 train from Manchester Piccadilly. I think it gets to Blackpool around 12 o'clock. And then I'm going to get some lunch, find where the theatre is because I'm not 100% sure where it is. And the show starts at 2:30, so I'm going to the matinee. And yeah, it should be a really fun day. So I'm going to head out now to get the train, and I'll probably get back to you once I'm at the train station. So I'm just at the tram station now. Tram's due in 3 minutes.
I don't know where you came from. I don't know what you did to my heart. You touched my soul like a phantom, and you did it right from the start. Like nobody is watching what we're doing, like nobody is watching us, like nobody is judging while we're dancing. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost.
So I've just arrived at the train station. It's 10 o'clock. The train's not due till 1:30, so I've got half an hour. I'm going to go and see if I can get some breakfast. So I think I'm just going to go in Sainsbury's and see if I can get something from there. Okay, so I'm going to get a bacon bap. See what else I can get. So I just picked up a bacon bap and an apple juice. Okay, so my train's leaving from gate 14, which is the furthest away, so I'm going to go through now, even though I've got half an hour.
Like nobody is judging while we're dancing. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. We're dancing till we get lost. Follow you, the only thing I want to do. Through everything we step into, we're dancing till we get lost.
So I'm now on the train. It's just leaving the station now. There we go. So that's where I'm staying. I'm just on the train now. It's just leaving the station. It is 10:30 now. I should get to Blackpool for about, I think it's 10 to 12. So I'll probably get back to you now once we are in the bus.
We're dancing till we get lost.
just arrived in Blackpool now. I'm just come out of this train station and I'm now just going to go and try and find the theatre. I've got a vague idea of where it is, not 100%, but go and have a look. So I have arrived in Blackpool and I found the theatre already. It's literally just around the corner from the Blackpool Tower, so I'm going to try and find somewhere to eat now, and then I know where the theatre is, so I'm actually going to go head up to the theatre now actually and show you, see if there's somewhere I can eat near the theatre. So you can see on this sign here it says Grand Theatre that way, and it's literally just around this corner here. And it's just around here. You can see it with the blue dome there. That is the Blackpool Grand Theatre. So I found the theatre now and I know where the box office is, so I'm going to come and get some lunch before it's time to go and collect the tickets and see the show. So I'm just going to come to Spurs because it's simple and easy. And you can usually order from your seat as well, so yeah, just going to head in here. So I'm just in Spoons now. I'm going to get myself a chicken burger and a Diet Coke and get order on the app. And it says the wait time is only 5 minutes, so we'll see how long it actually takes to go. So I totally forgot to show my food when it arrived. It's basically just a butter chicken burger with some chips and a Diet Coke. And I think it is now about 12:30. So I've still got about an hour before I need to head to the theatre and collect my tickets. So I've just finished up with lunch. The rain's just about holding off. I felt a little trickle. It's supposed to be raining all day today. But I'm going to walk up to the theatre now, see if the box office is open. If it's not, then I'm just going to go in the arcade for a little bit and have a little go on the grabber machine, see if we can win a toy for Alice and Leo. And then I'll head to the theatre. It starts at 2:30, so I'll probably head to the theatre at 2. Like I said, it's just gone 1 now, so I've got about an hour. And yeah, I'll get back to you in a little bit. So I've just picked my tickets up from the theatre box office. So it's not going to open for another half hour yet, so I'm going to go to the arcade for a little bit and have a few games in there. So I've just picked up my programme from the box office shed on the side for me. So I'm just about to head in now. I'm really excited to see what the theatre looks like inside, so yeah, just get my ticket. So I'm just inside the theatre now, just coming up to the Grand Circle. Turn aside. So I'm just waiting for the auditorium to open. It's about 5 to 2 now. I think it opens at 2. It should open about 5 minutes. And I'm in the dress circle today. I'm on row E. Can't remember what seat I'm in, but I'm on the end of a row. So there is one of the bars. Just thought I'd come have a little look in the bar area. This is the bar area. Really pretty. the auditorium's open now, so I'm just going to head in and take my seat. Okay, so I'm on row E. This one, one, and three. These are my seats, so the seats look really nice. You can see the stage here. This looks really pretty. So I am now in my seat at the Blackpool Grand Theatre. I've got a really good view. The view from here is excellent. I'm on row E, seat 3. And yeah, the view is really good. There's plenty of leg room. It's really, really nice. So I'll just show you my view. Okay, so this is the view from my seat. As you can see, it's really good. Nice central view. And just there we go.
So B2, B4.
The seating numbers in here is a little bit different. They have all the odd numbers on one side and then all the even numbers on another side. So yeah, not seen it like that. I think they did like that in Broadway. When I went Broadway, they did it like that as well. But yeah, really lovely theatre. Let's zoom in on the decor because it's very pretty. The boxes are really nice. There we go. So I'm going to put you away now till the interval, and then I'll let you know what I think of the show at the interval. So yeah, it's the interval now, and I'm really enjoying it. It's quite funny. I enjoyed the bit at the beginning where it was like the factory workers at College Street talking about the play. I really enjoyed that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the second half is like now, so I'll get back to you at the end of the show. So I just thought I'd come down to the stalls and show you the view from the stalls. This is the stall. There you go, so I've shown you a little bit around the stores. I'm going to head back up to the circle now and take my seat for the second hall. So the show is finished now. Really enjoyed it. Obviously I'll tell you more about it when I get home, but it was really good. So I've just finished for dinner. Just had it in this fish and chip shop here. It was really nice. Now I'm going to head to the train. This is the Winter Gardens. This is the other theatre here in Blackpool. And I think Six is on next week. I'm really tempted to come and see it. I think they have got some tickets left, so maybe I might come and see it. We'll have to see. Some adverts for it. So anyway, I'm going to head to the train station now. So it's now just coming up to 6:30 and I'm back at the train station. Trains are due till 7, but sometimes it comes early because this is its first stop, so usually I can get on it earlier. So I'm going to see if it's here yet and just sit and wait for it. So it's now 7 o'clock and I'm going to get on the train. So it's now 7 o'clock, I'm on the train. It's quite quiet on the train. This is its first stop. So hopefully it stays quiet, but it might get busier. I didn't bother, there's lots of table seats, but because I'm on my own, I thought I'd just sit on the two. So yeah, I will now get back to you once I am home. Manchester, Piccadilly. I'm just going to get the tram home. So hopefully I should be home by 9 o'clock. It's 8:20 now, so let's see how long it is for the trams. So yeah, I'm just at Piccadilly tram station now. My tram is due in 5 minutes. Hi, it is now the next day. I didn't have time to read the show once I got home last night, but I thought I'd give you a quick review of it now. So I was invited to go and see Quality Street at the Blackpool Grand Theatre. I went to the Wednesday matinee showing, which started at 2:30. The show has a runtime of 2 hours and 27 minutes. So the show finished around 5 o'clock. There was a 20-minute interval. And I had a really lovely time. The Blackpool Grand Theatre is gorgeous. I'd never been to that theatre before. It looks really small from the outside, but it's actually bigger than it looks. It does have 3 levels. So I was sat in the dress circle. I was on row E and I had seat 1 and 3. So those are actually next to each other. At this theatre what they do, I think the left side is all the odd numbers and the right side is all the even numbers. I think they do that in some Broadway theatres, but I've never seen that in any of the UK theatres that I've been to. So that was interesting, the way they numbered the seat. So there wasn't any merchandise for the show, but there was programmes. This is a programme. I don't know how much the programme was because I was gifted this and I didn't see how much they were selling them for, so I'm not sure how much the programmes were. They're usually between £5 to £8 programmes, so I assume it's between that sort of price range. But I'll go through this later. So if you don't know anything about the play Quality Street, it was written by Peter Pan author J.M. Barrie in 1901. It's a Regency style romantic comedy. it was very popular in its time, so much so that the famous tinned chocolates Quality Street were actually named after this play. So this production of Quality Street is brought to you by Northern Broadside in conjunction with the New Vic Theatre. Northern Broadside is a company which produces new and classic plays in the northern voice, so they still use their northern accents, and they tend to produce like northern plays that are set in like northern places. So like Quality Street was set in Halifax, which is where the Quality Street factory is. So in 2020, the Northern Broadside Company invited some of the workers from the Halifax chocolate factory to come and watch the play in rehearsals. They did this because they wanted to get the factory workers' input on the play and see what they thought of it. So whilst there, the factory workers shared some anecdotes about their experience working at the factory, and they actually recorded all this just so they could look back on it later and maybe use some bits of their commentary and stuff like that. And later on they actually decided to use the factory workers' observations in the final play as they were so comical, insightful and authentic. So it's the addition of the verbatim observations of the factory workers which gives the show some additional humour, and I actually really enjoyed that sort of aspect. So they've changed it so it's sort of like a play within a play. So the fact people are coming to the factory to put on this play for the workers to watch, and it is supposed to be the workers watching this play, and so they have some commentary as it goes on. So that is how it's sort of set up. The play tells the story of the Throssel sisters, Phoebe and Susan. Phoebe is the younger sister, and she is convinced that Valentine Brown is going to propose to her. However, when he comes to visit her, his news is not what she expects, and he tells her that he is heading off to war. The two sisters then find themselves in financial hardship because before he headed to war, Valentine Brown had advised them to invest some of their money, and then the investment fell through and they lost all the money. So in order to make ends meet, they had to set up a school for unruly children. So 10 years later, Valentine Brown returns from war as a captain and also missing a hand. And when he returns, he sees that Phoebe has become an old maid and is now and her beauty is now hidden. She's not the girl he remembered when he left. Phoebe, believing that Captain Brown now thinks of her as old and tired, she decides to invent an alter ego, a young girl named Livy, who she tells him is her niece, and she does this because she believes he will find her more appealing as a younger lady. So that is the basic story of the play. Basically, in that sort of time, women were thought of as past it by about the age of 25. So if they weren't married by then, they were often sort of like left on the shelf. And so when Captain Brown returns, this reminds Phoebe of her youth and how she feels like she's lost her youth and wants to relive it, and then creates the alter ego of Livy in order to relive the youth that she feels like she's lost. So I did enjoy the play. I did feel though that the first half did drag a little bit. It took me a while to get into it, but however the second half did pick up some pace, and a lot of the funny moments did come from the second half. So the set was designed by Jessica Worrell, and it sort of consisted of like a metal framework, which I believe was meant to sort of depict the factory where the factory workers worked. I think it's because there's sort of like idea of a play within a play, so I think this is supposed to be like the factory where the people had come to put on this play for the factory workers. So that was meant to look like the factory, and then they had lots of props which sort of represented the sisters' house, so with chairs and tables and stuff like that, the more old-fashioned style that would have been made it look more like the Regency time. But yeah, I'm not sure how well that sort of worked with the factory setting. I think it probably would have looked better if they'd done it more like Regency, more of the time of the play. But I suppose it sort of worked with this setting where it's supposed to be them performing in the factory. It just didn't look that appealing, that's all. So the costumes in this were also designed by Jessica Worrell. I thought they were really good, really enjoyed the costumes, especially enjoyed the costumes which were in the ball scene. These sort of designed or sort of inspired by the chocolate wrappers of Quality Street, so they're all really brightly coloured, sort of the shiny material that the Quality Streets were wrapped in. So you could definitely tell by looking at them that they were definitely inspired by the chocolate wrappers of Quality Street. So there was one thing in the show which I wasn't expecting them to have. It was puppets. They had a few puppets in this show. They were used to represent the children at the school, and I have to say they're some of the creepiest puppets I think I've ever seen. They were really creepy looking, but I actually really enjoyed them. They brought a bit of humour to the show, and I just liked them. I thought they were good. I always love some puppets in a show, and yeah, they were good and they were funny, but were a little bit creepy. So the cast for the play were all excellent, really, really good. It's only a small cast of 9 people. Some of them play multiple roles, but they were all excellent. Standout performances have to be from Paula Lane, who played the lead role of Phoebe Throssel. She was just a joy to watch. I also loved her accent. I thought it was really nice to hear that accent on stage, and she was able to switch between her 2 personas of Livy and Phoebe with ease, and I thought she also had excellent comic timing as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed her performance. Another performance I really enjoyed was by Louise Mary Parker, who played the sister Susan Throssel, and I thought she brought comedy to the character through her facial expressions, especially during the getting rid of Livy scene. I thought she was really funny in that with her facial expressions, so really enjoyed her performance as well. So overall, I thought Quality Street was a good play. It had some truly funny scenes, excellent costumes, and it made for a fun night out at the theatre, so I definitely would recommend it. It is on at the Grand Theatre in Blackpool until the 1st of July, so there's plenty of time to still get a ticket. It is on tour, so I think it will be touring to some other places as well, but I thought now I would just quickly give you a look through the programme. Okay, so this is the programme. It says here Northern Broadside and New Vic on there, and it says here it's the Regency comedy by J.M. Barrie, Quality Street. And you see the picture on the front looks very much like the picture that used to be on the tin of Quality Streets. Okay, so this is what you see when you open the programme. So here it says welcome to Northern Broadsides. So you've got a little bit of information about the company. It's got the company's social media handles on there. This page is entitled The Blue and White Room. This is just telling you about how the show was put on hold due to COVID. Stage directions. Setting the scenes is telling you about the Napoleonic War in 1803 to 1815. Bit of information here on J.M. Barrie, Rags to Riches. And then we've got this, Ladies of the Chocolate Factory. So this is information about the people who, from the chocolate factory, who came to watch the play and give their insight on it. And it is their insight that they used in the play in the end. So there's information about the factory workers. I have to say it's a good programme. There's a lot of information in this. Halifax, the home of Quality Street, so just telling you all about Quality Street, the chocolates and where they came from. There's an advert for Quality Streets there. And that's a bit of information about the new Vic Theatre. And that's a photo of the company. And then here's your information on Quality Street. Got the staff of the new Vic Theatre here. And then you've got the company biographies here. So we have Jelani de Aguilera. I think that's how you pronounce. I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so sorry if that's wrong. So he played Fanny Willoughby, Isabella and Sandra. So their theatre credits include My Voice Was Heard But It Was Ignored, Planet Caravan, Snow White's Privilege. So they're just some of the things that he has done. Then we have Alice Imelda. She played Charlotte Perrott and Jo. She's been in Stickman, Creating Carmen, The Mad Ones. That's some things that she's done. We then have Aaron Julius. He played Captain Valentine Brown. He's recently appeared in a Northern Broadside production of As You Like It. He's also been in A Christmas Carol and Love Liverpool. Paula Lane, she played Phoebe Throssel. Her theatre credits include Kate in The Ceremony, Belle in Cat Sitter, and then she's done television credits include Father Brown, Call the Midwife and Coronation Street. Alice Mackenzie played Mary Willoughby and Lottie. Her theatre credits include Small Island, Jack and the Beanstalk and A Christmas Carol. She's also done quite a few other things as well. Alex Moran played Ensign Blades, Arthur and Brenda. His theatre credits include Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Seeds, Jekyll and Mr Hyde, and a few other productions as well. Louisa May Parker played Susan Throssel. Her theatre credits include Sitcom Stories, To Walk in Your Shoes, and a few other things as well. Jamie Smelt, he was the recruiting sergeant, Georgie and Lieutenant Spicer. He's done previous shows with the Leeds-based Red Ladder Theatre Company, which include The Damned United and The Shed Crew. Gilly Tompkins, she played Patty and Barbara. Her theatre credits include Gangster Granny, Beauty and the Beast, and a few other productions as well. Then you've got the creative team, and then you have Friends of Northern Broadside, Support Northern Broadside, and then you've just got some rehearsal shots there. And that is your programme. I think that's quite a nice programme. There's a lot of information in there. I like that one. I thought it was good, and there's some pictures in there as well. So like I said, Quality Street is on at the Blackpool Grand Theatre until Saturday the 1st of July. I will link down below where you can get tickets. I'll also link down below the Northern Broadside official website so you can learn more about the show and also see where else the show will be touring to. So I gave this show 3.5 stars. I did enjoy it. It was really fun, but I think there is a bit of room for improvement. So that's why I've given it 3.5 stars. So if you enjoy theatre vlogs, I do lots of theatre vlogs on this channel. I think the next one I might be seeing is Titanic next week. And then after that I'm going to London for my 40th birthday, and I've got lots of shows. I've got 5 shows planned for while we're there, so if you'd like to see theatre vlogs for any of those, do subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified as soon as those go up. So I hope you've enjoyed this little theatre vlog. If you have, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.